Hey, it's JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back to the channel. Listen, okay, I did not get into Love and Hip Hop ATL on last week, honey. And I was debating on whether I was going to get into it this time around. But I said, you know what, let's go ahead and talk about it, okay? Let's go ahead and get some things right on up out the way. So first of all, y'all know Chaotic and Scrappy ended up getting into it. And, yeah, Chaotic ended up leaving ultimately, but they almost got into it at the restaurant. Scrappy ended up leaving. Chaotic decided to leave as well after Spice got there, and Spice learned about everything that happened or whatever. So it was a mess, okay? Back in Atlanta, Yandy talks about being in the political space. Y'all know she went to the DNC with her husband, and she would like to get more into the political space, but she ain't trying to bring no further issues between her and Mendeecees, so she just gonna sit that to the side. Now, I think that I don't know. I feel like that might be the best thing to do for now. I mean, if it shows back up and it's something you want to do, then you might need to bring it up to him. But I feel like Yandy is making that decision to not go that route because of the stuff they went through in their relationship in the past, and maybe they just not spending enough time with each other, and maybe that's giving her another reason to be outside the house if she were to pursue that political career or whatever the case is. So I don't know. I'm sure that may come up at a later time on her trying to figure that situation out. But anywho, Chaotic decides to leave, and he lets Zane know, like, listen, I'm gonna go ahead and get the hell up out of here. Like, this was nice. I would have loved to have performed, but you know what? If it's gonna put me in a situation to be on the type of SHI I used to be on, then I'm gonna have to go ahead and go. Okay. I worked too hard to get to where I am mentally, physically, all of that. Okay. I'm not willing to go back, especially not for no nigga like Scrappy. So I'm gonna go ahead and head out. And so he decides to leave. As he's also having the conversation with Zane, he lets Zane know, like, I know SHI about Scrappy that'll ruin his whole fucking life. So let me just go ahead and go, because I'm gonna fuck around and say that shit too. And I don't know what he's talking about. But later on, when they bring it up, I believe Carly Red is there, and they're talking about the stuff with Scrap. I'm just like, yo, it seems like it's deeper than YouTube. So is y'all really talking about the YouTube drama and the whole baby mama allegations? Because the way Chaotic's talking about Scrappy, it just sounds like it's much deeper, okay? Speaking of Scrappy, him and Bam do link up. I believe Spice took them to some type of, I don't know if it was like a polo event or something. She took them somewhere, and they were there. And that's when Scrappy learns that Chaotic left, okay? And Scrappy says that he was just playing with Chaotic. One, he don't think he should have left, but, you know, he was like, I was just playing with him at first. Then he started getting his feelings, so I got serious. And it's like, NIGGA, I don't think that's cool for you to be a person that has been on social media talking about how much Chaotic plays and how he plays too damn much. Then why would you decide to play? And when he getting his feelings about it, you want to get bad? You know, y'all a mess. Y'all a mess. I see why y'all were so close, because y'all both have similarities about yourself, okay? But anywho, so he says he didn't want him to go home, but he knows that Chaotic is pretty much lying. And at the end of the day, all Scrappy wants from Chaotic is his fucking money. Now, some part of me is like, Chaotic, if there is any money that he's supposed to get from videos that you've had on your page or whatever, I'll just say, go ahead and split that shit, get that man that money, and be done with him. Okay, because if the roles were reversed, you probably would want your money too. But if Scrappy has already got his money and he acting like he want more because he feels like he built the channel or whatever, then I don't know about that. I don't know about that part. Okay, but y'all let me know. Would y'all give Scrap the money, or would you just dare Scrap to sue you or something? Like, let me know your thoughts about that. Because I'm just like, I mean, if the first few videos had Scrappy in it and Scrappy didn't get paid, just give him the little coin and go on about his business. You're going to make that little coin you give him and then some back. Like, let it go. Anywho, so when Scrappy and Bam are out there, he ends up complimenting Bam. She compliments him back, right? So, of course, everybody's like, ooh, are you guys thinking about getting back together? Like, what is he giving? And it's like, girl, it's not giving that. I don't see Bam going back to Scrappy at all. It really took him a lot of hunting her down the first damn time just to even marry her. Okay, y'all seen the Bam, I'm looking for the Bam. She, I feel, was not really making herself available to him. But that's just my opinion on that. Eventually, she did go back. She did get the ring, and they got married, had kids. It is what it is. At this point, I feel like Bam is at a place where when a woman's fed up, like, I'm done with you. And that's just what it is, okay? I don't see her going back. I don't see her having a desire, an interest. I feel like he ruined that for her. So it is what it is. They do this boat trip, and you got Zane, Amy, and Carly. So they learned that Chaotic is left, and Amy says that Chaotic is coming from a place of passion, whereas Scrappy is coming from a place of anger. I guess. I don't even know if Chaotic is coming from a place of passion. I feel like Chaotic is coming from a place of, nigga, you stupid. Okay, I think Chaotic is coming from a place of, you ain't making no sense. I think he's coming from a place of, nigga, you lazy. Okay, that's what I think is happening with Chaotic. Is you stupid. Like, I don't know if it's passion, honey, but okay. So anywho, she goes on to talk about Scrappy and him being in this anger phase or whatever he got going on, because she's still pressed and upset about the fact that she got blocked. And she don't understand why she got blocked, okay? So Carly, next thing you know, they start talking about whatever. It leads Carly to start twerking and shit. And I'm just like, girl, you just wanted Zane to see a little piece of your cheeks up under that skirt, which I find to be so funny considering the fact that you are engaged and you was really about to go up against Bambi, all because she was trying to throw an event for you. Girl, what? Carly, I need you to get it together. And nobody's going to convince me otherwise that she wasn't trying to twerk and shake that ass in front of Zane. Like, we know what it is. That's why I'm glad he kind of called her ass out towards the end of the episode. So Zane tells them about Scrappy having info. What's his name? Chaotic having info on Scrappy that could end his life or whatever, or end him or whatever the case was. And Carly says, well, listen, I was already aware of that. You know what I'm saying? But, I ain't gonna say nothing. So I'm like, well, what are y'all talking about? Are y'all talking about the girlfriend allegation? I'm sorry, the baby mama allegations, or what are y'all talking about? Because again, even in this scene, it's definitely still seeming deeper than YouTube, okay? I know when we did the panel, Niecy kind of alluded to like some type of gay stuff, and you know what? It's like, did he do something like that? Because what could potentially end his career or end his life or whatever, aside from having a persona that you're portraying to be one type of person, a hood dude, or this, that, and the other ladies' man, only to find out that you over here doing that. I mean, that's the only other thing I could think about. Either that or Chaotic is being dramatic. But let's keep going. Carly Red in her confessional looks so different. I don't know if y'all noticed it, but like, watch that scene from last week's episode after, they're sitting on the bus and doing the tour or whatever, or the boat or wherever they are, and then go to the confessional. Her lips look smaller. They don't look as plumped as they were. I feel like her nose looks slimmer. I said, oh, she must went and got K. Michelle doctor. She done went and got some reverse work done on that face, because her face is giving the filters that we see on her IG page. And I'm like, she looks good in that confessional. I liked it. Okay. I don't like the duck lips that she went and got and stuff, and the hot fillers in the cheeks or whatever she got in her cheeks that make them like look swollen. But she must have got some stuff smoothed out and fixed, because Miss Mama's looked good over there. Anywho, Erica's party. Erica Banks has a party, okay? And of course, Rashida shows up or whatever. I think Rashida should have chose a different confessional look, as she's sitting up there kind of dragging Erica a little bit by saying that, oh, I see why she's friends with Jasmine. I mean, they do the same thing. Pretty much they one and the same in so many words. And it's like, don't do that. Don't be like that. Now, I mean, I don't know. You could be right. You could be wrong. But I don't recall seeing Erica smashing on somebody else that's married. Y'all let me know, because I don't recall that. All right. So it's like, that's messed up. Like, it's showing you a little bit of two-face, which is why I may see you and Yandy having an issue later, because you're showing up hugging on Erica, but then you talking shit about her in the confessional. Then you over here, it being all smiley face or whatever in Yandy face, but then it's probably going to be some shade or some shit going on, and you glad that Yandy is having the situation she's having with Mendeecees, and she see where you coming from with Jasmine type thing. Like, I don't know, but it's giving a bit of two-face. And I think that your stylist had two different faces when they put you on that outfit, because you looked a fucking fool. Beautiful woman, okay? Just wrong outfit, and whoever did the makeup did not do a good job. I don't think you should have had the wet hair look, because it allowed us to focus in on the bags under your eyes, whereas I think you should have had your big poofy curly hair as a distraction like you typically do. I love when she wears her hair like that, because Rashida has some beautiful hair, right? So yeah, those are my thoughts on that. I thought that wasn't really nice, but let's keep going, okay? So they all discussed the drama with Jasmine and Yandy and Mendeecees. And at this point, you have Erica Banks, you have Saucy Santana, Sierra came over, Rashida's there, as well as Kirk. So they're talking about the drama that took place at the last Showdown event, whatever they had. And Erica says she's Team Yandy and Jasmine. And I kind of feel Erica a little bit like, girl, I ain't got no dog in this fight. Haki, this is really y'all's situation. I'm not in it. But if I see where I could give a little piece of advice or give my 1-2, I might give my 1-2 a little bit on both sides. But honestly, like, this y'all's situation. All right. So Rashida says that she isn't surprised by the drama or whatever. And Sierra says she is going to of course, Rashida's not surprised by the drama because it's Jasmine. All right. So she feels like Jasmine seeks out drama. Honestly, Carly Red seeks out drama because I felt like, wasn't it Carly that went and got the tea from Jasmine to expose the fact that Kirk had a baby mama anyway? But maybe Jasmine does enjoy the drama. Okay. Whatever. And I feel like the drama Jasmine brought was warranted because Yandy ass was out of line, but that's just my personal, okay? So, Sierra's like, listen, she says she gonna have to get her Carly hat on so that she can find out what's really going on with the Mendeecees and the Jasmine situation. And of course, Rashida thought that was so funny. So Zane got they're at some party or wherever they at, lounge bar. He got some girl sitting all up in his lap talking about she a fan, and I'm like, I guess, ain't it? Anywho, so he talking about they just met, but he also over there playing stupid because the ladies are like, aren't you with Jasmine? Aren't you with Ashley? What's going on with this girl sitting in your lap? And I don't think he told them that he wasn't with Ashley, but in the confessional he says that him and Ashley are separated. And I just said, you know what, Zane know he be lying. That's his name, Lane, really, but Zane be lying. Okay, so Zane outs Carly for giving him her hotel key, and I was a little confused because later on in the confessional, Carly says, oh, that was 20 years ago. And I'm like, wait, what was 20 years ago? 20 years ago was you liking him or something, or giving him the key 20 years ago? Because the way Zane talking about it, Zane talking like you gave him your hotel key more recently. So what's really up with that? And I'm willing to believe that this was more recent, the way you got up and tried to twerk your butt in that little skimpy skirt that you had on. So I guess, girl. So Scrap and Amy, all right? So she brings up the fact that he blocked her and she didn't like that. And Scrappy says, listen, I ain't want no parts in any y'all had going on. So Carly tells Scrap, like, but what you mean you want no parts? You was wrong because you shouldn't have been up there flirting with Amy anyway. And then Bam said, who said it was wrong? She said, what's wrong is the fact that y'all sit up here thinking I give a fuck about what this man do. Like, I don't care who he's flirt with, fuck with. I don't care really about nothing that he does. The issue was the fact that Amy tried to use the situation with Scrappy to come up against Bam, when Bam really wasn't even doing anything to her. Because how is Bam supposed to do something to you and notify you about you dating a man from over a decade ago when said man ain't even claiming you like that? What do you want the woman to do, girl? Damn. Okay, so anywho, so Bam says that she's embarrassed for Amy because she's like, girl, this is like the third NIGGA that's not really out here trying to claim you like that. So I do have a bit of embarrassment for you, okay? And Amy now, she wants to say when the conversation's brought up about her dating Scrappy, she's like, we weren't dating, guys, we weren't dating. Hey, we weren't dating, guys, we weren't dating. And it's like, but that's not how you came off last season. You came off like y'all were about dating. Okay? Now you want to backfire because you done got blocked or you done got played to the left? Well, I can't wait to see how far back you finna backfire and moonwalk when, what's that man name? Dwight Howard play you to the left. Because his track record in relationships are not good at all. So... yikes. I mean, they're not good in relationships, outside of relationships. It's just not good, but maybe he figured it out with you. So good luck, okay? So Scrap says that he didn't want to be in the middle of, another woman and his baby mama. And I'm like, boy, stop. That's all you've ever done was be in the middle between your baby mamas and another bitch, okay? Whether it was Erica and Bam before Bam got pregnant, okay, whether it was Bam and somebody else, or whether it was Bam and Erica again after you done sat up there and got a divorce from Bam hanging with Erica. Well, you've always been in the center and in the middle of BS with your baby mamas, Okay? You've just really been acting away because you're embarrassed. You're in your feelings that you done got another woman pregnant and you about feel like you fucked up your life when you had it good with Bam and all you had to do was do right and pay your damn bills and whatever else. Okay? So that's really what you're mad about. But now all of a sudden you want to draw the line and say you don't want to be in no drama between your baby mama when you didn't care about the drama between the baby mama when you started linking up with Amy. Cut it the fuck out. So Bam tells him, I've never been a baby mama. I've never been a baby mama. Like, don't ever address me like that. It's never given that. And it's like, for me, a little bit, Miss Bam, you are. I know you may not like it, but that's what it is. Okay. But hey, what they say, it's not what you called, it's what you answer to. So you ain't got to answer to it. But listen, that's what it is. Okay. A lot of women are moved to the baby mama category when they become the ex-wife. All right. It's very rare that they call a person the ex-wife. Okay. And I feel like that's likely if they were to have been together for a long time. Like if they were married for like quite some time, like a really long time, maybe 10 years or something like that, then I think people would see you in the eyes of ex-wife, right? But I don't think they were married that long. I think it was less than 5 years. Don't quote me. I don't know. I can't remember. But I think that's probably why. And even some women that's been with people for a long time are still called his baby mama. And unfortunately, it's just what it is. I understand you not wanting to be called that, addressed like that and stuff. But I mean, just like he your baby daddy. Because I'm damn sure not finna say he an ex-husband either. Like, I don't see him as an ex-husband. So I feel like the same thing would apply to you. It's giving baby daddy, baby mama. All right, even though y'all are ex-wife, ex-husband, okay? I do feel like Bam does have a bit of a point because she is the ex-wife. But at the same time, it doesn't rule out the fact that you still the baby mama too, like, unfortunately. And I know people want to rag and say, Erica, like, you really made yourself look stupid because he never married you or whatever the case, so you really the baby mama. And it's like, but y'all got to remember, he proposed to Erica. Okay, Erica may have accepted on more than one occasion, but she also made the decision to not marry that nigga. Erica could have married him. Okay, she could have if she wanted to, honestly. So I feel like who really won in this situation? Nobody really, because yeah, you went on to marry him as if they gave you some type of bigger badge of honor, but he really played your ass out just like he did Erica. You know what I'm saying? And you the one that got the ring expecting different treatment when that nigga showed you who he was before you married him and then after the fact. And you went on to have 3 kids by his ass. All right? So it's like, is there really a winner in the situation? I mean, I guess people will say, oh, she's a winner because she got married to him. Well, she's not married to him anymore. So obviously she didn't get no better man in Scrappy than what the fuck Erica got in Scrappy. So yikey dikey. I mean, we could put all of this on Scrappy and blame Scrappy, but it is what it is, okay? There's that. So Amy asked him about the baby on the way, but he not really willing to talk about it, and he really hates the fact that other people know about it, and he's trying to grasp his mind around the fact that, damn, I'm really having a baby with a bitch I don't even know. Come on, cue Usher. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Come on, cue Confession. Everything is all bad. Okay, y'all need to go ahead and cure. What he say? I got a chick on the side. Go ahead and cue Usher, because that's what it's giving. He about to have a baby with somebody he don't even know. Okay, cue Confessions immediately. All right. So now, when it comes down to it, he's upset in his feelings, and girl, he's ready to leave like Chaotic, and I am cackling. It's funny because they like, oh damn, now you ready to get up and go like Chaotic because you can't say, I can't stand the rain. Like, that's what it's giving. It's my window. Like, you can't stand it. Okay, you can't stand it, so you got to get up and get the hell on. So anywho, Amy calls out Zane for being two-faced because she brings up some text messages or something that he showed her. He's not willing to show it. She calls him two-faced. I said clock him accordingly, because I've been saying something about Zane, like I think the first episode when I did the review, when Zane tried to sit up there and say something like, I'm trying to be neutral. I've been trying to be neutral in this situation, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be with my boy Scrap. And I'm like, how you going to be Team Scrappy and you ain't even get Chaotic side, but you've been trying to be neutral? What the hell? Right? So for Amy to come out and say that he was being so Team Chaotic, I believe it. I do think that Zane switches up depending on whose face he's in that moment. So I'm glad she called him out. One minute he says he's trying to be on Scrap's side. The next minute he's trying to be neutral. Then the other minute he's trying to be on on Chaotic side. Whatever. I respect it more if you just say you on some neutral stuff, similar to Erica Banks. Like, I'm team Jasmine and team Rashida. I ain't got no dog in this fight, and I'm not trying to be in the middle of the shit y'all got going on. So the fact that you feel that you need to choose up, you don't have to. Nobody's even choosing a side in the situation. So I don't know. It's very weird. Okay. You're lame. But anywho, let's get to episode 2. Or at least, shall I say, what is this? Episode 17, technically. All right. Since they've come back from the mid-season premiere, it's really giving like the 3rd episode into this year. However, it's really episode 17. Okay. So anywho, Mendeecees and Jock. So he tells Jock about getting into it with Jasmine and her friends and how everything went down. No, I'm sorry. Let me go back. Because Mendeecees does talk about that. Jock tells Mendeecees about him and Kendra getting into it, okay? That's what's talked about first. And how he has to work on, and they both have to work on not weaponizing their marriage and throwing out the word divorce all of the damn time, okay? Knowing that they're not going to go nowhere. So Mendeecees says when it comes to his situation, he's upset with the Frost, okay? He feels like he got into it with Jasmine and her friends, and he feels like it's Kirk's fault because Kirk should have never brought his name up, right? And I'm like, I disagree. Okay, I disagree. I think that if it's anybody's fault, it's Mendeecees' fault on his own, all right, for being out there in the streets or whatever, because let's not act like Jasmine is the only person saying this. That's one. 2, you could blame your beautiful wife, Yandy, for that, because had Yandy not got all up in arms and started projecting her feelings onto Jasmine based on the Jasmine and the Rashida situation, then maybe Jasmine would have never clocked her damn tea, and yours too. Okay? So Jasmine, I felt like she needed to defend herself after your wife got into that girl's face. Okay, so you really can blame the Harrises for that primarily. I do think the Frosts have their own issues over here. Okay, so then let's get to Scrap and Zane. So Mama D, we learn, is in the hospital. Okay, and Scrappy is upset because he talking about, oh, I reached out to Bam to tell her about what's going on with my mom, and she ain't never hit me back. And it's like, the fact that you expect her to show up for you after all she tries to do throughout the marriage was show up for your ass, you are confusing. You are a clown. Okay, you are the big N word that the people tired of saying, narcissist. Okay, you are weird, sir. Okay. She don't owe you that. I'm sorry. I don't think that she does. I know Bam has been friendly on this trip. You're the father of her children. Your mom is the mother of her children. But at the same time, I don't think she really owes you that. I think it would be nice of her to do, being that whenever her mother may have had health situations, you've shown up for her. Right. However, I don't think she owes you that. Y'all not together no more. But anywho, Mama D, or no, let me see. Not Mama D, but Bam. Bam does not like the fact that Scrappy's not really paying her any attention, or at least he's ignoring her because he's mad, okay? She talks about him having a baby, and she could care less, honestly, is what she says. She don't care about what that man doing. She has no intentions on getting back with him, and if anything, she's likely glad that she did divorce his ass. So as he's out there creating more babies, it has nothing to do with her nor her finances, okay? So Bam thinks that Scrap telling her about Mama D is a deflection for him to get some type of sympathy to get off of the subject matter of him having a baby that's on the way. Okay? He's embarrassed by it. And I definitely felt like that from the very moment he says, oh, I talked to Bam about my mama, but she ignored me. She ain't hit me back. And it's like, sir, no, you saying that because you really in your feelings about this baby thing. Okay? And I'm glad Bam clocked that tea that I was already seeing. Now, she's over there talking to, I think, Carly or something like that about the situation. And he comes and interrupts and says something about Bam, have a good show. For real, I love you. I hope you have a good show. Da, 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 da. And it's like, see, you just want a bit of control over that girl emotions. That's why you went over there. You saw her not talking to you or whatever. Or maybe she's been trying to talk to you, right? You've been upset with the fact that she didn't hit you back. She's saying that you're avoiding her. You come over there and interrupt and get in her conversation and stuff, and it's just like you just want to have her. You just want to have an effect, is what I'll say, on her emotions. And eventually he does, but that was his whole goal to begin with, okay? So Yandy and Mendeecees are attending a voting event where he kind of talks about him being a convicted felon and stuff, and I guess him not really caring about, laws and all of this community and stuff until he got in that situation. And then, he sat in prison waiting for opportunities to come through that's going to benefit him. So now, after getting all of his ducks in a row, getting everything in order, he's able to vote, which is interesting because I didn't think that they were able to vote. Maybe a lot of them and some of us don't know the ways that one can go about reinstating themselves to be able to vote, right? Maybe that's something people need to learn. So maybe that was a really good event because I'm sure people learned some things in that. And now he's able to vote on certain bills and stuff that could potentially, impact people that are in prison, okay, in a good way, or people that come out of prison in a good way. So there's that. Seemed like a decent event. Afterwards, they bumped into Shekinah and Erica, okay? Erica Dixon. And Erica, they update them on the Jasmine situation and what happened and how they feel like Rashida and them haven't reached out to them. They're supposed to be good friends. And to know that this situation kind of came from y'all with Jasmine and y'all not even checking on us, like we feel a way about that, like that's wrong, okay? And I do feel like the Harrises are trying to find somebody to place a blame on instead of acknowledging that you may have an ain't shit ass man for a husband, potentially, okay? Or you, and not so much as him ain't being shit, but you just may have a husband that was out there being a bit careless in his actions, okay? All right, even if he wasn't messing with nobody, maybe he gave off the type of vibe. Whatever it was, it's coming from inside the house, all right? And you looking for somebody outside the house to put it on. So Yandy is bothered by that. Now, Erica lets them know that Mama D was in the hospital, all right? And she's like, why? And she's like, listen, she's upset about this whole Scrappy possibly having a baby mama, okay? Another baby mama, another baby on the way. It's sent her into a tailspin, and it's been a lot. And Yandy yells, oh, dang, I was rooting for y'all, for you and Scrap, basically. So I guess when Erica was coming online trying to tell us that her and Scrappy had nothing going on and it wasn't giving that, it was very much so giving that. All right. Now, I don't know if Scrappy had this threesome while with Erica or if Erica cut it off with Scrappy. And then at some point he went on to have this threesome and then it developed into him getting somebody pregnant. OK, so not sure, but it's a mess. OK, now back in London, Scrap and Bambi over there arguing. Scrap about to damn cry if he wasn't already crying over his mom. OK, he's upset about his mom. He needs his mom. He feel like Bambi wasn't showing up for him, even though I feel like she didn't have to. And he's upset about this baby being on the way, and Bam is just like, I'm trying to talk to you now, but then you over here avoiding me. You treat me any kind of way, and I've always considered your feelings, and I'm even showing up for you now when I ain't even got to show up for your ass, okay? So she's emotional, all right? He tells her he loves her or whatever like that. And she's like, no, you don't. So they just heated, going back and forth. Okay. So he ends up going outside and he's talking to Zane at some point about his mom crying and saying he needs his mom and all of this other stuff and emotional and stuff. I think he wanted to leave so he can go home and actually be with his mom. But he knew he had that commitment to Spice. So it was like, it's about to be over with anyway. So let me just go ahead and do what I need to do and keep it pushing. Now, Erica, Shekinah, and they go over to see Mama D. And Mama D tells them about how she found out about it. I think that the sister ended up telling her. I think her daughter told her about Scrappy having somebody pregnant. And Mama D, I guess she was already having some stuff going on with her, but that sent her blood pressure even higher or whatever. She almost had a stroke. And that's ended up, that was what happened to her. That ended up happening to her. So Mama D says that she believes the baby is his because he makes a lot of badass decisions. And it's like, Mama D, the fact that you've known for years, all your son's life, that he makes bad decisions and you've tried to put it off on the women that he dates is such a problem. It's such a problem. You left my son for dead and everybody else is the issue but your fucking son. So much so that now you're coming in too and realizing that he's the problem, so much so that you're willing to put your own health crisis or whatever off on his ass. It's like, girl, Mama D, we need you to get it together. I don't know. Maybe Bambi really did scare you with them legal documents that she sent your ass, and now you about to be changing your tune up just a little piece. Girl, because she also came out and said that Bam wasn't lying about Scrappy not paying his portion of the rent. And you done sit up there dragging that girl, calling her a deer and all this other shit, doing videos and all kind of stuff. Mama D, you was wrong. I do feel like she may be owed a piece of an apology. Even though Mama D does say as well, even though Bambi wasn't lying about that, she also saying Bambi wasn't completely truthful herself. So I don't know, but you was wrong for some of that, okay? So anywho, let's see. Yeah. Okay, so then it's time for the big show. We about to get ready to go do this big show. And Scrap is nowhere to be found initially, but he does show up, okay? Him and Spice do have a song together, so I'm sure it was very important for him to be a part of the show so they can perform their song together, okay? Now, Carly and Spice, after everything went well, the event was over. Afterwards, Carly approaches Spice, tells her she wants to talk to her. And Spice said, "Oop, not you want to talk to me, girl. I thought you was scared of me, bitch." Okay. So then Carly pretty much apologizes to Spice. I don't think I heard Spice apologize to her, but I'm sure that may happen. We shall see, because they are going to have another conversation, I'm sure, before the season is over with. All right. So everything seems to be, going well. All right. Now, Jock and Kendra back in Atlanta, they're deciding to have some type of marital session with the pastor, and they speak on the issue with the guy being in her DMs. Kendra feels like it was work related. Jock feels like it wasn't work related at all. Okay. I feel like I saw a lot of what he said, but I ain't seen none of what you said. So you must have deleted your interactions with this man. So he's feeling a way about it. Okay. And the pastor says, listen, y'all in two different classes. Basically, y'all on two different sides of the field. Y'all are not coming together at all. I think y'all gonna need some intensive family intervention. Okay. Intensive marital counseling is what y'all gonna need. I can't say do a little bit now and we'll see y'all in 6 months, because it's probably not gonna be a 6 months. Okay. Y'all need to go ahead and get this shit rectified right now. Okay. So they have to make the necessary steps to get continuous therapy, probably on a weekly basis, for their marriage if they wanted to survive. I just find it so funny though. They are very annoying as a couple, and if y'all are this annoying with us watching, I can imagine what y'all are like in real life. Okay, because I feel like what y'all show us is really how y'all are. Y'all argue like every other week. And that just does not make for a successful relationship at all. But I also find it so funny that Jock, you can do what you want to do, show your ass, downplay situations. But then when Kendra does just barely the minimum, you want to pitch a whole fit, show your ass, and all kind of stuff. I feel no kind of ways. I slick want y'all to get a divorce. I do. Like, I mean, I ain't trying to advocate, but a little bit I am. Y'all are exhausting. Y'all are tiring. Y'all act like y'all love each other, but I really think y'all love the sex. I think that's the biggest thing about it. I think y'all love the sex, and I think that Jock may enjoy the lifestyle that Kendra helps him create, because she is financially sound and well off as an attorney. And I think that he makes her feel comfortable and okay to not be alone. Y'all need to figure that shit out, and I hope that 2025 reveals enough to y'all for y'all to decide on whether y'all gonna get this shit up or what. And hopefully y'all go y'all separate ways, okay? Anywho, Mendeecees reaches out to the Frost and asks them to link up because he wants to talk about this Jasmine situation, because he feels like it's a pain in his ass, okay? He explains the situation and feels like, she did too much trying to force him to know her. He breaks down the entire situation, how everything happens, okay? Talk about something. I guess she was looking for y'all and couldn't find y'all, so they bumped into us. Don't say no shit like that. Like they really was over there waiting on the Frost. No, they was waiting on the Harrises. That's who they talked to, who the hell they needed to talk to, which was you motherfuckers, okay? So Kirk is like, listen, that ain't got shit to do with me. My name Benny, and I am not in it, okay? Do not try and put this in, That has nothing to do with me. If Jasmine them got tea and they saying they don't really want to spill it, okay, because they ain't trying to expose their friend like that, then I don't know what to tell you. That's something that they got going on. But I tell you one thing, if everybody is coming around saying the same shit, then clearly the people ain't lying. All right? And so they asked him like, yo, Kirk, have you seen Mendeecees in some compromising situations? And he's like, child, I plead the fifth. Don't ask me about that. I told you my name Bennett. I'm not in it. I'm not finna get involved with none of that shit. I don't know anything. Do not Go away from me with this, okay? So that's what's going on. Rashida and Kirk says that, listen, we didn't know anything about what the hell y'all talking about, okay? We knew she was there, but we didn't know she was going to approach y'all or none of that. And now that I think about it, I don't know if that is or is not true. I think that y'all did know because the conversations had already been coming up about the two of them. Okay, and about what Jasmine had to say about them. So when I think about it, the Harrises are right. Y'all could have at least reached out once y'all knew about it, right? So I don't know, like y'all may not have been the cause of it or got everything started, but y'all knew about it. So you would have thought that y'all would have reached out because you know how it feels to deal with Jasmine. But okay, the Frost, they took no accountability really. And I was somewhere in the middle because I'm like, why should they have to take accountability for something Jasmine chose to do? That's what she chose to do. But at the same time, y'all are not responsible for her actions, but just being aware of how she moved. I guess y'all could have called and checked on them to see how they doing and if they good. You know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all could have did that. Anywho, Scrappy goes and links up with Mama D, and she tells him about how she ended up in the hospital, all right? He tells her that she needs therapy because he got one, okay? And she says, okay, it's one thing for you to have one, but are you listening to him? I said, bitch, I know that's right. Are you listening? So he says, yes, because my therapist told me to forgive and try to forget. I said, nigga, I don't know what therapist would tell you to forgive and try to forget. I don't really know too many therapists that's going to tell you to forget. I guess try to forget. What you trying to forget? I guess your childhood. I don't know what the hell, but okay. So he wants them all to go to therapy, her, his sister, and him, because there are things they need to work through from their childhood, okay? And Mama D says that she's down. I'm down for it. I'll do it. That's not a problem, but how am I going to do it if you don't listen? And I'm like, girl, part of the reason why he doesn't listen is because of your ass too, okay? You're going to have to accept that. And Scrap says they talk about the kid and stuff and how everything went down. And then she asked him if he knows it's his kid. And he says, yeah, he knows it's his kid. And he needs her to stop worrying about him. And I said, you're not lying. She really do needs to stop worrying about you and let you go on. You're going to do what you want to do anyway because that's just how you is. And that's what you've been doing, okay? So she tells him to listen, but she doesn't listen, okay? So when it comes to therapy and everything and him trying to talk to her, she gets up and walks off. But it's like, you want him to listen, but you don't want to listen? Like, what's what? He gets everything from you, girl. But either way, honey, good luck, all right? That's all that I got at this time. I wanted to come and give you guys an updated review from last week's episode, this week's episode. Go ahead and leave your thoughts and comments down below on the latest episode of Love and Hip Hop ATL. I am Jami, that's me. And of course, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Tell him I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cashed out at the ATM, and the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF, got them trying to clone me like Aegis. Game time, I invaded gym, high elevated, I can face the rim. Putting shots up, I got laser focus, about to take it over, I'm Invader Zim. On a trip to Florida like it's A&M. Who that nigga, man, they say I'm him. Spit the truth, never wasting film, I can feel it.